As our celebration of Black History Month continues, we wish to recognize people that have and continue to make a difference and impact the lives of many. Today, I'm joined by Alfa Demmellash, a former Boston resident and CEO/co-founder of Rising Tide Capital. Rising Tide Capital is a nonprofit organization aimed at helping struggling entrepreneurs start strong businesses. So thank you so much for joining me here today, Alfa.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Can you start by just telling me a little bit about yourself?
I came to America when I was about almost 13 years old from Ethiopia. And my mother, who is who is still a Boston resident, came to the U.S. When I was 2 years old. Unfortunately, due to a terrible dictatorship in Ethiopia, she had to leave the country and flee as a refugee. Mm-hmm. So she settled eventually in Boston, and it took her 10 years to reconnect with me and bring me to this country.
When did you realize that you wanted to major in government and then, start focusing on economic empowerment?
When I went to school, part of my deep passion was exploring what was wrong with failed states and governments, like the kind that had my mother fleeing across an ocean, leaving a little tiny baby behind. And when I studied and explored further the underlying causes of such massive conflicts, economic issues of resources, how resources are distributed, and people's aspirations around being able to secure enough resources for their family's future survival seem to be at the heart of so many of the underlying issues that perpetuate people to go into a mindset of scarcity and fear.
Did that contribute to your idea of starting Rising Tide Capital, and how was that process made?
I discovered the work of Muhammad Yunus, who won the Nobel Peace Prize in 2006 for his work in microfinance. And I started working in earnest to try and see if we can learn from his models around microfinance internationally to bring them into these inner city American neighborhoods. And in that process, realized that actually it's not necessarily just about access to microfinance or just financial credit. Yes. That what was in the US, what we needed was a focus on beyond finance, getting out of that lens to looking at the talent within neighborhoods, the entrepreneurial energy within neighborhoods, and how to foster it. I realized that what needed to happen first and foremost was to go into the neighborhoods and communities where there was all of this talent, this entrepreneurial energy that was already there, and to talk to those people.
And finally, I just wanted to ask, what does Black History Month mean to you?
I work in a community where it's 99% African American. Mm-hmm. A huge part of my passion is in continuing to uncover the seemingly invisible and yet massively important, innovative spirit of African Americans and Black communities across this great nation.
For Distinguished Professional Alfa Demmellash, I'm Paola Trisnaruda for Arlington Public News.